Hello students, how are you? I hope your break went well and you did really good in your UT1 exam. I checked. I think together we can rock the subject and we can make your physics better than any group. Anyhow, we will start with a brief recap. We were on chapter 12 when you appeared for your UT, and I know that many students have rejoined or joined in between. So we will start from the chapter 12 from beginning. So all of you who have covered a portion of it, it is going to be a revision for them. And for new students, it's the starting from chapter 12. The name of chapter 12 is light, reflection and refraction. The chapter is divided in two parts. First is reflection and second is refraction. So first we will study about reflection only. So we all know about light. This chapter is about reflection and refraction of light. What is light? Light is the form of energy which helps us in viewing the objects. Like you are able to see me as the light is coming from a light source, the tube light. It is reflecting from my body, from the board, and it is going into the camera of mobile, and you are able to see us. So light is a form of energy which helps us to see, and this light undergo the phenomena of reflection and refraction. So what is reflection? The definition of reflection is very simple, that is change in path of light without having change in its medium. So change in path of light without having change in its medium is known as reflection. So if you consider here a mirror, so in mirror the shining side is represented by this plane side, and these lines are representing the back side of the mirror. So when light falls on the surface of mirror, we all know that it reflects. It reflects from this point, such that if we'll imagine a line perpendicular to the surface of mirror at this point, which is also known as normal, then we can see that before reflection light was traveling in air, and after reflection light is also in air. So we can see that medium of light is same. लाइट का जो मीडियम है वो चेंज नहीं हुआ हमारा, पहले भी लाइट एयर में थी एंड आफ्टर रिफ्लेक्शन भी लाइट एयर में है. सो सिर्फ पाथ चेंज हुआ. दिस वाज द पाथ व्हिच वाज एक्सपेक्टेड बाय द लाइट if mirror would not have been there, but this path has been changed from this to this because of presence of mirror, because of reflection. So change in the path of light without having change in its medium is known as reflection. The change in path of light without having change in its medium is known as reflection. So this reflection has two laws. The first law of reflection, according to first law of reflection, angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection, or we can say mathematically angle I is equal to angle R. I'll show you in the diagram. We always measure angle with the normal. This is our normal. This is incident ray and this is the reflected ray. So this is the angle of incidence which is made by incident ray and normal. This is our angle of incidence, and this is the angle of reflection which is between normal and the reflected ray. Angle I is always equal to angle R, and that is known as first law of reflection. Angle of incidence is always equal to angle of reflection, That is also known as first law of reflection. Then we are having second law of reflection. According to second law of reflection, incident ray normal and reflected ray all lie in same plane. So this is your incident ray, this is your reflected ray, and this is your normal. And for now, as I have drawn all these three in this plane of board, so practically also incident ray, normal and reflected ray, they all lie in same plane. That is known as a second law of reflection. I hope it's clear to everyone. Now we'll move little ahead and we'll discuss the reflection with the spherical mirror cases. So we are having two types of mirrors. One is this plane mirror and other is spherical mirrors. So after studying the reflection and laws of reflection, now we are having types of mirrors. We are having two basic classification in types of mirror. The one is plane mirror, the mirror on which we already studied first and second law of reflection. So this is your plane mirror. And second category we are having spherical mirrors. Spherical mirrors are of two types. One is concave mirror and second is convex mirror. Both are mirrors because we will also study about concave and convex lenses. So what is a concave mirror? A concave mirror is a mirror which is part of a spherical sphere. That's why they are known as spherical mirrors, because they are a part of a sphere if you will complete them. And the inner side of the mirror is reflecting. Like if you will look at the mirror like this is the shape of the mirror, and this side is the reflecting in which you can see your face. The light will reflect from this side. So this is your concave mirror, and the internal side is reflecting. While on the other hand we are having convex mirror, which is also the part of a sphere, and the outer side, so it is like this, the outer side of the mirror is reflecting, the inner side is polished. So you are observing one thing here, that we are always taking the reflecting side on left hand side, because in studying the light we are having this convention, the light will always travel from left hand side to right hand side. So by default we always make light travel from left hand side to right hand side. So in concave mirror you can see the reflecting side is the interior of the sphere, outer side is the polished, the back side of the mirror. And in convex mirror the reflecting surface is the outer side of sphere. They both are part of a sphere. You can complete them. So they are a part of a sphere. So this is concave mirror and that is convex mirror. So before we start ray diagrams of spherical mirrors, there are few important points which you must understand about spherical mirrors. We will study them in parallel for concave as well as convex mirror. So in both the mirrors there is a line which is imagined, which is passing through the center of the mirror, and this line is known as principal axis. Here also it is principal axis. This principal axis meets the mirror at a point which is known as pole. In both the mirrors, point is known as pole. And as I told you that spherical mirrors are the part of a sphere. So if we will complete the sphere, then we know that there is a center to this, and that center is known as center of curvature. Similarly, if we will complete this sphere, we need not to complete it every time. It is just for your understanding. So if this is the mirror, so we know that this is the center of curvature. So likewise, it is not required to complete it all the time. This is for your reference. So center of mirror, and as we know that distance from center to any point is known as radius of curvature. So that is known as radius of curvature, and here also it is radius of curvature. The midpoint of this center of curvature and pole is known as principal focus or simply focus. So here also we are having focus point, and this distance from pole to focus is known as focal length, which is represented by small f. Here we are having focal length, which is represented by small f. So apart from it, we are left with a dash, that is known as aperture of mirror. Here also we can write a dash, that is aperture of mirror. So let me give you a brief revision that how many points which we have studied in this topic 3. The first point is C, that is center of curvature. The second point is pole, which is it is the line where it is the point where principal axis is intersecting with the mirror. So that is pole. All the distances are to be measured from pole. The third point is the midpoint of center of curvature and pole, that is known as principal focus or simply focus. Then the distance between C and P is known as radius of curvature. Distance between F and P is known as focal length, and A dash, that is known as aperture of mirror. So it's a warm-up lecture for you as you are starting after a long break. Just go through these points, and in next lecture we will discuss the rules for the image formation and how we can draw the images. There are 6 cases of image formation for concave mirror and 2 cases of image formation for convex mirror. Okay students, see you in next lecture. Till then, take care. Bye. Thank you.